Welcome. I am so excited to be here with Millie to talk to you about her journey out of education. Hey, Millie, how are you?
I am doing great, Cindy. It's great to be here with you today.
Oh my goodness, it's an honor of mine to have you here today. So tell everybody, what are you doing right now?
So, right now, I am working as a benefits consultant at a Fortune 500 company.
Wow, so Fortune 500 company from education. Very
Right,
impressive shift, right?
right, right.
How much do you love your new job? What is your new job about?
Well, my new job is about learning the different kind of benefits that employees can take advantage of and educating them in those benefits. The key part that I love the most is that I can use my bilingual skills and apply those to my new job as well.
That is fantastic. So you're using your bilingual skills, you're using your teaching skills, right? There's, your ability to research, to learn new things, to master new things quickly,
Mhm.
teach others. So very much the things that you've done before, but now in a Fortune 500 company.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Why did you decide to start the journey to leave education and go to another job?
After 20 years in education, I felt I needed something more. It wasn't about not loving the kids, it wasn't about not loving education, but it was more about my personal journey
I love
and
that.
just having to grow more. And I just felt that need, and it was the right time. And then I know that for many people, they say, "Oh, I feel it's the right time," but in their heart, it's not. I feel that for me, it really was.
I feel for you, it really was too. And I love the fact that we're allowed to want different things at different stages of our lives. We're allowed to want to grow and develop. We're allowed to say, I did this for 20 years. That's a long time. What's my next chapter going to look like?
Correct. That's scary. Um, and that's why I think I meandered around the desert, if you will, not really knowing what to expect. And I thought I knew how to do things. I thought I knew how to write a resume and interview, and I did not at all.
So what was it like in that desert?
Oh my. It was a lot of, I want to say I applied to over 900.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yeah, I submitted over 900 applications. A lot of no's, a lot of no's at rare times, like 3 o'clock in the morning, which led me to just realize that a human being was more than likely not looking at my resume. So that's when I said there's got to be something else. And of course, that does mess with your
Oh,
self-esteem,
for sure.
with, what value am I bringing? And in reality, it's not necessarily the value that you can't bring to these potential employers. It's the fact that you're not displaying it correctly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
And I want every person to understand that. Like everybody who's listening, I want you to understand it's just that you're not displaying the value correctly, not that you don't have it. And
Correct.
also because you, especially when you're making a pivot in your career, you never had to explain it in this way.
Right. Right. Yeah. So in order to be a grade level chair, when you go into the corporate world, they don't know what that is. So, but you will have to tell them what you did as a grade level chair. You led a team without necessarily having a position of authority, but you still led a team.
Correct.
You put out
Correct.
fires, and so you're a problem solver. You're crisis management. So all of those things is I had to realize, thanks to you, that
Thank you.
I possessed all those traits and skills, and that they were quite transferable into the corporate world.
Thank you. Yeah. So what was it like when we worked together?
So at first, I didn't know what to expect, right? The number one thing that I really liked about you is that you were direct. And I love that. I've met so many people in my life that will just beat around the bush and not just be honest. So I really needed that, and I'm thankful for that.
Well, thank you for that. And that is one of the things that I think really helps me stand out from all the other people. I'm not going to just yes you and tell you, yes, 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 everything you're doing is fine. It's all great because you're not going to make any progress that way.
Correct.
Okay? It's honest, it's direct, it's kind, but it's
Mhm.
honest and direct.
Correct.
Also
And
pushing you to do more, to realize you could be more.
Right, right. And just to build that confidence. I think that that was huge. I now know that the greatest obstacle in my career search was me and my mindset, and thinking that I wasn't capable or I didn't bring that value. So I think working with you was really what opened up that roadmap to get to where I am now. The whole package is just very comprehensive because little tips here and there. For example, when you said reach out to your hiring manager because you don't know how many candidates that they have interviewed, so you need to make sure that you are always in the forefront of their mind and their thought process, and you're always at the top of the pile, right? And that was one of the things that the hiring manager told me. She said that she appreciated that every time I ended a round of interviewing that I reached back out to her through email. I thanked her and I listed different qualities and skills that would be beneficial for the role.
How amazing is that, right? When you're doing something and you're being told by the hiring manager that you're doing the right thing and they appreciate what you did.
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
it also justifies so that you understand, oh my goodness, Cindy's package is teaching me the right thing.
correct.
Cindy's teaching me the right thing,
Correct.
right?
Right. So it wasn't just from like the resume writing to the interview practice. It was also your modules. Watching your modules also helped a lot. But you know, it's not just what you can do, right? But it was also I had to put in the hard work, and
Yes.
I had to say no many times during the time that we were working together because I had to make sure that I was doing my part in getting to the goal and getting to the end of the journey where I wanted to reach.
When you say no, you mean prioritize yourself and say no to other people demanding of your time, right?
Right. And as a mom, you sometimes, sacrifice so much of yourself.
Sometimes,
And
just
but that
sometimes, just sometimes as a mom or all the time.
as a mom and and it just had to be the time where I say "Okay, my children are grown and it's my time." And
Yes.
I think that that's something that also helped me to to reach that goal.
I know that helped you to reach that goal. Listen, we have to prioritize ourselves, right? We as mothers don't, as women don't, and you're so busy taking care of everybody else, and everybody else's values, and everything else is important to other people, and everyone else lists that most of the time we're not even on the list,
Right.
right? We're
Right.
not even there. And
Right.
in order to do this, it was a journey, right? It was
Yeah.
harder than just going and getting another teaching job,
Right.
right? And you knew how to go out and get another teaching job, but you
Oh,
had
yeah.
to,
Yeah.
right? And that you knew how to do. But I mean, I'm so proud of you for, like you said, all the effort you put in. You envision yourself differently. You see yourself more as a corporate woman now. You
Yes.
know, you act differently, you dress differently, your responses are different. There are different expectations. You phrase things differently.
Yes.
Um, and you get to be super proud of yourself for having made this metamorphosis,
Yes. It's
right?
definitely a confidence booster, and it's definitely gives you more of that superwoman conflicts. Like if I set my mind to it, I can do it. So it's definitely been a game changer.
And even more so, you talk about having grown children. The impression and the value that you give to your children about what mom can do, what women can do, that I can and you can achieve hard things. That we can go through this, you can do something, and then you can go for something else.
Yeah, and that's something that has really stuck to me. I decided to tell both my children in person when I got the news that I had been contracted, and the joy and pride in their eyes. It
Isn't
was
that
really
awesome?
priceless. So that is something, and that is definitely the message that as moms we want to give, especially to our daughters, that you
Yes.
can do anything, that no matter how hard things may seem, if you work really hard, they are attainable.
I'm so happy that your kids are so proud of you. It's such an amazing feeling as a mom to have that.
Absolutely, it
For your
is.
kids to be proud of you. And it's such a good positive influence for them
Mhm.
for their own lives.
Absolutely, yes.
And
And
your relationship with them, by the way.
my relationship with my kids.
It improves your relationship with your
Oh,
children.
absolutely.
When
Yes,
they
it
are, when they
really
see
does.
the effort that you put in, because let's face it, moms are kind of like wallpaper, but when they see that effort that you put in and that you've achieved something that was challenging for you, that improves the relationship there with your kids as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
So how is life better now in this job?
Um, Aside from, the 1 hour actual lunch that you get to take and just being respected as an adult, being valued as a professional. And I think that unfortunately, when people say that, it kind of makes it seem as if administrations and school buildings are the ones doing that. I didn't come from that setting. I came from a setting where I felt very valued by my administration. I felt very valued by everything that they did, and they understood me, they trusted me. So that was not the case at all. It was more me and my journey, right? But in this case, how things are so different is the expectations are realistic because you are respected as a professional. When I'm told, we don't want you to feel overwhelmed with all the work, Millie, inside I chuckle because I'm like, are you kidding me? Or when they say, if you have 10-hour days, we will compensate your time. I had 10-hour days every day, sometimes more than that, but I'll take it. So it's little things like that. It's receiving a welcome kit before I even start my job, right? That just makes things so much better and just makes you feel so much more valued.
I like that you pointed out that you were well respected by your
Hmm.
administrators, that you had a good experience in schools, because many teachers do, but many teachers also don't. And the reason to leave or to want something different doesn't have to be just that you're treated poorly.
Correct.
I don't know if you've seen this, but I did, another interview with somebody who also had been teaching for, quite a while, whose principal loved her, but encouraged her to do more and said, you
Hmm.
can do more than just this. So
Hmm.
you can have a very supportive, wonderful administration and staff and still say, I'm looking for a change because the environment is a different type of environment.
Right. And I don't think that I would be this happy right now if my reason for leaving would have been my administration or relationships at work. I really think that that soul searching came to fruition, if you will, like by me just understanding that, you know what, it is about me. It's not about others or
Correct.
my environment around. It's
Correct.
really about me and what I'm ready to do.
And your own growth. And we need to grow in our lives. We need to continue to grow. We need to continue to challenge ourselves. We need to continue to reach higher levels in life. So what are your final words for anybody that is thinking about making a pivot in their career, thinking about a shift? What are your final words?
So my final words are to other applicants not to make the same mistake that I made, not to wait 10 months to reach out to Cindy. I've had different uh, potential, some of your potential clients reach out to me on LinkedIn and ask if I would recommend you. And I think that they don't expect the paragraphs that I reply with because
Oh, thank
that is
you.
the impact that I experienced with this process. And I think that that's the final thing. Believe in yourself. In a way, don't listen to your own mindset until you work with Cindy.
Aw, thank you so very much. Actually, one of your friends, I worked with her, and she was a stay-at-home mom with a 20-year gap on her resume. And she got back to work in the very second job that, or first job that she applied to.
And she's
Um,
loving it.
and
Yes.
she's loving it, right? So thank you so very much. It's been such an honor and a pleasure to work with you. I appreciate
Same
everything you
here.
say, and I wish you so much continued success.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.